Mets prospect Brandon Sproat is rocketing through the minor league system, and a report has come out that suggests that he may join the parent club in the show this season. We're going to break it all down in this edition of Mets Digest. My name is Flobo Boys. Thank you so much for joining us on the channel. Look, we're a new channel. I want to say thank you so much to the OGs, the original 1000. You hit that like and subscribe button. We're doing big things here. We really want to be your one-stop shop to talk about everything Mets. So if you're in that group who hasn't subscribed yet, do us a favor, hit that subscribe. We're a cool community. We break news every day or so. We want to make sure that we have everything just needed to make this the best community ever. I read a lot of your comments. Most of them have been overwhelmingly positive. None, and some of them not so much, but it's okay. We're all in this together because we all love the orange and blue. Now, in all honesty, I'm actually recording this pretty late on Sunday night because I spent the weekend down in Anaheim watching the Mets series against the Anaheim Angels, or the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, or the California Angels of Anaheim, Los Angeles adjacent. You get the idea. It was a series we were all pretty much written down in our books as being a sweep, but the last two games was not good. And I know I talked about Brandon Sproat. I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm not teasing. This isn't clickbait. But I was sitting in the stands, and on Sunday it was about 97 degrees in my seat watching Jose Quintana struggle. Take a look at this for a second. Now, I know we talked about Severino's innings limits and his production, and I understand that today was particularly warm, but baseball is a warm sport. But I saw Quintana struggle, and it really gave me a bit of pause. Can our arms, even though we don't really have a true ace, because Kodai Senga pitched one game this season between Severino, Manaea, and Quintana, do we have the juice if we were to make a playoff push? Can we have, will we be confident with anyone in our rotation right now? 100%. I know there's even aces have bad days. I'm not trying to say the sky is falling, doom and gloom. I'm just saying, is there anyone in our rotation now that we go, okay, if we had game one of the NLCS, would we give the ball to? And it's still a fluid question. And that to me is something is interesting to be so late in the season. Not saying Brandon Sproat's going to be the answer, but I came across a report from multiple sources really much piggyback on the run that Brandon Sproat has had in the minor leagues. He started off the season in Single A Brooklyn. He moved up to Double A Binghamton, and this week got the call up to Triple A Syracuse, the last stop before the show. He regularly throws over 100. He's only 23 years old, and he has a sub-3 ERA. This one comes from the New York Post. I'll read it to you. It says Brandon Sproat's latest dominant pitching performance earned him a bump within one stop on the major leagues, a day after striking out 13 batters for Double A Binghamton. The stud right-hander was promoted Saturday to Triple A Syracuse. Sproat, who began the season at High A Brooklyn, has appeared in 17 games overall and pitched to a 2.05 ERA with 110 strikeouts in 87 and 2/3 innings. I don't know about you, but I'm playing MLB The Show as a pitcher, and you don't get to go up that fast ever. Now, I know there's someone that may say, oh, maybe we're desperate, maybe we just need bodies, but I gotta be honest with you. If you have someone who's regularly throwing 100 and at a clip that's sub-3, and I understand that Triple A Syracuse is not the same as the show, why not give them the chance? Because I worry, maybe I'm just speculating here, but I am worried about the long-term length of our pitching staff. The bullpen issues, we thought we solved a lot of these holes at the deadline. We did, but they also presented problems, especially in the wake of that Anaheim Angels series. I mean, Blackburn did fantastic on Friday night. Rosamond came back down to earth after his original cool start for us, and so it's still kind of a mishmash, grab bag, all hands on deck situation. And what better way to get all hands on deck with some of the youth? We have a fairly old rotation. Now that I look at the ages here, I mean, David Peterson is 28, I guess. and Severino's 30, but Manaea's 32 and Quintana's 35. Maybe some youth can serve us a little bit better as it is right now. But that's not all, because you're probably saying, well, what's the report saying that they're going to be coming up to the major leagues? This one here is from SNY TV. I have the cited here source. All my sources are cited. Sproat continues to dominate his way through the organization, cruising to a career-best outing to earn a promotion to Syracuse. Just covered that a second ago. The right-hander struck out total 13 batters, 11 of which were in a row. That was not mentioned in the last report. 11 in a row, and you can actually check out the video on YouTube after this. You can put in Brandon Sproat's 13 Ks and actually stack them together over the Mets channels. Across 5 shutout innings this weekend, if he continues pitching this way over the first few outings in Triple A, he just might be a factor for the big league club down the stretch of the season. And that's just things that get spicy. Now, I want your help with this. If you're watching this right now, you're thinking, if you had the pen, if you were the general manager, the president of baseball operations, where would you slot in Brandon Sproat? Would you even call him up in September? I personally would. But do you put him on the back end? Do you put him alongside or swap him out for Peterson or Blackburn? Or do you try to spell one of your top 3 in Severino, Manaea, and Quintana? Or do you go to the fabled 6-man rotation, the thing we thought we were going to do with Kodai Senga, and we teased it with the Christian Scott call-up, but we never really had that going forward throughout the course of the season. Now, it's a lot of pressure to put that on one individual, but again, this goes back to the philosophy change of David Stearns, right? I think a lot of times being able to trust the youth, maybe trust some of our homegrown players, trust some of our prospects, getting some veteran help when needed, not necessarily betting on the farm for some kind of ace or some kind of superstar power bat who may be a rental. And if something doesn't work out, they're willing to cut bait. And as I say this, willing to cut bait, Jake Diekman, you know, that guy, the legend that struck out Aaron Judge or Arson Judge at the Subway Series, not only was he DFA last week, he's been outright released. And so the fact that even though we love our guys, but we have a team, we have an organization that's willing to really just wash their hands of someone they don't really think that's working, Joey Wendell, Zach Score, I can go down the line, to me gives me a little bit more encouragement that they know what they're doing. But I don't want to waste Brandon Sproat. We have to be able to get these dubs, to get even closer for a playoff push. Otherwise, we're wasting everyone's time. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Brandon Sproat, SNY, is pretty much alluding to the fact that he would be best served with the main club, but he's still very, very young. You would be excused if you think he was a 2025 project outright. But if you call him up, would you replace him with someone? Would you do the 6-man rotation? Do you think we need him at this juncture? Sound off. And hey, you reached the end of the video. That means the world to me. Let me and Mike D'Angelo and the boys at Mets Digest know what you're feeling. By the way, hit that subscribe. We'll be back next time with more Mets content. This is for you, Metropolitans. Catch you next time.